Nigeria's investment drive takes flight with $2 billion offshore gas projects. Governor Pm On Nta of Enugu State joins the Progressives train.
Today, we are coming together as the Southeast to put an end to fragmented politics.
Nigeria to establish pre-shipment agency to promote solid mineral exports.
We are going to start an SMDF high-impact mineral exploration program.
Hello and welcome to the network news at 9 on NTA. I am Elizabeth Omori. Reading with me tonight from Lagos is Hingino John Adams. Ben Adams, our busy businessman, will bring us some trending reports from the business arena. Benny?
Well, it's a 0-0 at the end of trading, meaning the market closed flat, and not just in Nigeria, but across key African countries. An opportunity for new investments.
And with the situation surrounding Super Eagles' win, Bade Adeleye will still bring us actions from the sporting world. Bade.
And of course, Elizabeth, let's clear the confusion. The Super Eagles did what they needed to do to qualify for the playoffs. They're in the playoffs. And of course, will the road be smooth? No. Surmountable? Yes. We'll give you more when we get to sports.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. And do join us on all our social handles displayed on your screen to follow this newscast live. We begin with the news by linking up with our State House correspondent, Musbau Danwahab, presently in Rome, where President Bola Tinubu is expected to join other world leaders for the Akaba Process Heads of State and Government meeting, with special focus on security crisis in West Africa. Musbau, thank you so much for joining us on the news.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much. Now, tell us, what does this meeting aims to achieve?
Well, it aims to achieve something very important for Africa, and particularly West Africa. The issue of the complex security challenges confronting the West African sub-region of Africa is on the table for the heads of state and government here on the platform of the Akaba processing meeting, which has been organized by the Jordanian King Abdullah II. This meeting started 10 years ago, and it holds annually. Of course, one meeting has been held this year already, where they decided that the next topic is going to be about the insecurity, the terrorism, the expansion of terror groups in West Africa. And, you know, you cannot talk about West Africa without Nigeria being featured prominently. And so let's get to know why this is important to Nigeria, this meeting, talking about countering terrorism and the expansion of the groups on the sub-region. Thank you. So, Honorable Minister of Defense from Nigeria, Mohammed Badaru.
Thank you very much.
Can you just tell us why this meeting is so important to Nigeria? President Bola Tinubu is here to participate in the meeting in Rome.
Well, you know, the Akaba process is a high-level forum that brings together leaders across the world to discuss security issues. And this time around, they are discussing security issues in West Africa and the Sahel, which is very, very important for us. Both military leaders and security leaders, as well as intelligence leaders, gather.
Apologies there, we seem to have lost our audio there, but notwithstanding, Musbau, thank you so much for your time. All right, I understand Musbau is back. Musbau, let's hear from you.
Will certainly work together, collaborate together, support West Africa in ending terrorism.
Okay, apart from the talks, should actually government up for this meeting? I believe previously we received some of this support, especially from Jordan, years back. And I believe there'll be a lot of support. But most importantly, intelligence sharing in both terrorism financing, movement of small and light weapons, and tracing and tracking of terrorists around the world.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister Mohammed Badr, Minister of Defense, Nigeria, for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
All right now, the capital city of Italy, Rome, is on the look with security, different layers of security checks in place as we speak. Policemen and other security agents across the town try to provide necessary security for the people who will be participating in the event tomorrow. About 130 participants will be in the meeting tomorrow, and we hope to. Thank you.
Musbah, thank you so much for the preview. We do appreciate your time and that of the meeting. Moving on, Nigeria has attracted yet another huge investment in the oil and gas sector, proving the efficiency of the economic policies stimulating global investors' confidence under President Bola Tinubu's administration.
Shell has made a $2 billion final investment decision on a new gas project in Nigeria's shallow offshore HI field OML 144. The project will deliver approximately 350 million standard cubic feet of gas per day from 2028, equivalent to almost a third of Nigeria LNG Limited's Train 7 project requirements. This investment brings total significant upstream investment commitments in Nigeria's oil and gas sector to more than $8 billion since President Tinubu assumed office in 2023. The investment decision also marks Nigeria's third major oil and gas FID in the last 18 months, following the Uberta non-associated gas project and the Bunga North Deep Water project. The project will supply up to 15% of NLNG's total feed gas requirements, covering trains 1 to 7. President Tinubu says this investment signals renewed global investor confidence in Nigeria's economy. It is also attributed to President Tinubu's reform agenda, which introduced unprecedented fiscal incentives, regulatory clarity, and operating process simplification. These reforms have restored investor confidence and repositioned Nigeria as a competitive investment destination. The special advisor to the President on Energy, Olu Arowolo Verheyen, says the project will strengthen LNG export, expand LPG supply, and advance clean cooking access for millions of Nigerian households. The NLNG Train 7 project will expand Nigeria's LNG production by 8 million metric tons annually, supporting job creation, economic growth, and SMEs in host communities. President Tinubu reiterates his administration's commitment to creating an enabling environment for domestic and foreign investors, saying the investment is a clear validation of Nigeria's reform efforts and a signal that the country is open for business.
Now to politics. The All Progressives Congress APC has formally received Governor Pm On Nta of Enugu State into its family. President Bola Tinubu, represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima, says the APC remains committed to implementing policies that will drive economic growth and prosperity across the nation. Status correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
Vice President Kashim Shettima arrives at the Akanu Ibiam International Airport, Enugu, received Mba, National Chairman of the ruling party, and other stalwarts. Then proceeded to the Michael Akpara Square to celebrate with Governor Peter Mba and the people of Enugu State for the warm reception accorded him by the All Progressives Congress National Working Committee. People from all walks of life celebrating with the governor.
This flag as a symbol of your transition into progress to join the front of the progressive. And you're welcome in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
And now to the main event, formal handing over of the APC flag by the national chairman, Professor Nentawe Lilwada, with the support of the national executives.
Governor Peter Amba, let me thank you for taking this right decision. You have to lead your people from Egypt to the promised land. Lead your people from depression to progress. Today we've seen a new Enugu state. Your government is progressive.
APC is going to take over the whole entire southeast, because Enugu is the heartbeat of the southeastern. Is it true?
Yes, sir.
When we have Enugu, are we not having? Oh, are we going to do that?
From the airport coming here, when I said Peter Amba, you said transformation.
Transformation.
Peter Amba,
Transformation.
where then should he be? A man that is transforming, a man that is performing, should belong to the progressive family.
Collectively, we are making an end to fragmented politics in the southeast. Today, we are coming together as the southeast to put an end to fragmented politics.
Vice President Kashim Shettima assured the governor of support to actualize the renewed hope mandate of the Tinubu administration.
We are one family tied to a common destiny. I want to assure all of you that you are very much welcome to the APC, and we are one big family. Be rest assured that you will be treated justly and fairly, and all the developmental initiatives that have been planned for the southeast will certainly reach the southeast. Indeed, tomorrow is here. Not only tomorrow, the future is here today. God bless Enugu State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. May God bless us all.
Governor Peter Umba is the third governor that joined the APC from the southern part of the country this year, with the sole aim of joining the progressive team for a better Enugu State and Nigeria. From Enugu, Abraham Jibrila, NTA News.
Away from politics, Vice President Kashim Shettima has assured Nigerians that the economy has turned a corner for the better and the hardship being endured will soon be over. The Vice President said this at the first Nigeria Renewable Energy Innovation Forum in Abuja, where he emphasized that Nigeria must not only participate in Africa's renewable energy drive but must lead it. Dennis Adegnui reports.
First Nigeria Renewable Energy Innovation Forum, convened by the Rural Electrification Agency, REA, is seeking investments in local production of renewable products. And for Vice President Kashim Shettima, it serves as a platform to establish Nigeria as a hub for renewable energy manufacturing in Africa, and Nigeria's energy transition presents an investment opportunity of over $410 billion between now and 2060. And from this figure, more than 23 billion naira is required to expand energy access and connect the millions of Nigerians who still live in energy poverty.
But beyond access lies our grander ambition, which is to deliver a power system capable of 277 gigawatts of total installed capacity by 2060. This ambition demands more than investment. It demands innovation, local capacity, and commitment. That is why the team of these years forms implementing the Nigeria Affairs policy, facilitating local content development and manufacturing in the renewable energy ecosystem is not only timely, but indeed essential.
Under the forum, more than $400 million is being invested into Nigeria's renewable energy manufacturing value chain, thereby creating employment opportunities.
These investments are projected to create over 1,500 direct jobs across multiple states and reflect growing global confidence in Nigeria's clean energy industrialization drive.
In our sector, the Nigerian policy reflects our determination to ensure that the next generation of clean energy technologies, from solar panels the battery energy storage systems, deployed across the country, proudly carry the label made in Nigeria.
Each partnership forms here, Your Excellency, will contribute to answering a single question. That is, how do we ensure that Nigeria not only participates in, but leads the renewable energy revolution in Africa?
As the world races towards net zero emissions, the consensus at this forum is that Africa cannot and must not be left behind. In Abuja, Dennis Adegunloye, NTA News.
You're watching the network news on NTA. Let's take a breather. More to come. To stay with us.
For history in the making, the Honorable Chief Commissioner, Public Complaints Commission, Honorable Bashir Abubakar MFR.
On the 21st of October 2025, will host the Global Ombudsman Summit, marking the 50th anniversary of the Public Complaints Commission.
With the theme, Effective Ombudsman's Institution, Catalyst for Good Governance. This event will bring together leaders, policymakers, and ombudsman's institutions from around the world.
Join us at the Ladi Kwali Conference Center, Abuja Continental Hotel, Abuja, as we celebrate 5 decades of fairness, justice, and accountability.
The summit begins at 10 a.m.
Special guest of honor, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. Guest of honor, the Senate President, His Excellency Senator Godswill Akpabio, Speaker House of Representatives, Honorable Abbas Tajuddin. The 2025 Global Ombudsman Summit, celebrating 50 years of service, sustaining a lifetime of justice.
Ofala, the age-long heritage of the people of Onitsha. A day when tradition comes alive, with Glow showcasing this royal heritage to the world on October 17th and 18th. It begins with the emergence of the Abugidi in his majestic splendor. Every step is a declaration of renewed harmony as the drums thunder, flutes vibrate, and prayers of peace are offered by the Obi. This year's festival begins with a youth carnival and an evening with Glow, featuring performances from the finest Southeast music maestros, the Ofala Festival, and the Royal Banquet. This is more than a festival. It is a reaffirmation of identity. Glow celebrates with all sons and daughters of Onitsha and the entire Igbo land as we take Ofala Onitsha to the world stage.
The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, FMAFS, in collaboration with the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, of the United Nations, wishes to announce the following programs in commemoration of the 2025 World Food Day. Theme, Hand in Hand for Better Foods and a Better Future. Activities earmarked to commemorate the day are: Day 1, Wednesday, 15th October, visits to cluster farms, selected secondary schools and internally displaced persons, IDPs, within the FCT. Take-off point, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, Abuja. Time, 8 a.m. Day 2, Thursday, 16th October, sensitization walk in FCT. Time, 7 a.m. Venue, Unity Fountain, Abuja. Ministerial press briefing. Time, 2 p.m. Venue, Honorable Ministers Conference Room, FMAFS Complex, Abuja. Dialogue meeting with stakeholders for 2025 World Food Day celebration. Time, 3 p.m. Venue, Nikon Luxury Hotel, Area 11, Getki, Abuja. This year's edition marks the 80th anniversary of FAO's founding and the 45th observance of the celebration in Nigeria. Dr. Marcus O. Ogumbiyi, FNSE, Permanent Secretary, Announcer.
In the beating heart of Owerri, business never sleeps. From sunrise to sundown, the wheels keep turning. And behind the scenes, vision meets action. Governor Hope Uzodimma's leadership has turned manifestos into reality, transformations that feels like a miracle. But progress needs peace, and in Imo, it's not left to chance. From land to sky to river deep, guardians are watching, protecting dreams and opportunity. At Orashi's quiet shore, hydropower is rising, set to energize a growing economy. The change is visible. New roads emerge, industry hums, communities come alive. At the center, a digital revolution. 500,000 young minds trained each year to build the future. As Orashi rises, so does Imo and the hopes of a hard-working people. A new Imo is on the rise.
no boundaries. Just you and your dreams, running wild and free. Oh no, life can be easy. Oh, smooth connection with the correct. No boundaries, smooth connection with the correct.
Thanks for staying with us. The federal government has approved a proposal for the establishment of Nigerian Pre-Shipment Agency to curb leakages at the nation's seaports while exporting solid mineral products. Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alaki, announced this at the opening of the 10th edition of the Nigerian Mining Week in Abuja. Mia Ogidi was there.
Nigeria's geological potentials place the country in an advantaged position where destiny meets opportunity. But redirecting these opportunities to national development is where the challenge lies. Getting this right informed the formation of the week, and this marks 10 years of this gathering. A gathering where ideas turn to action, policies appreciated, and with deliberate efforts by the government, gains recorded within this period.
In Q1 2025, Nigeria reached $680 million in FDI into the mining sector.
Revocation of dormant licenses and deployment of minerals marshals to curb stealing in the sector is widely commendable. As we celebrate these achievements, we also recognize that the work is not done. Regulatory challenges, illegal mining, infrastructure gaps, and capacity building needs continue to present challenges.
No journey is 100% challenge-free, but the federal government believes no cause for alarm.
Because of the loopholes we've identified, the President has graciously approved the establishment of a pre-shipment inspection agency for the solid mineral sector. We are going to start an SNDF high-impact mineral exploration program, a grant funding program which is financial and technical support to proponents exploring for minerals in Nigeria.
We are enforcing strict environmental regulations to prevent pollution of our farmlands and water sources. We are requiring mine operators to rehabilitate sites and respect biodiversity.
Deliberations in the next 2 days will open new frontiers for the Nigerian mining industry into global relevance. Mia Ogidi, NT News.
Now to activities on the floor of the National Assembly. President Bola Tinubu has communicated to the Senate seeking confirmation of Professor Joash Amopiton as chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports.
I am pleased to present for confirmation by the Senate the appointment of Professor Joash.
The presidential request to the Senate seeking approval of the appointment of Professor Amopiton as chairman of Nigeria's election umpire is in line with provisions of the Constitution.
This is referred to the Committee of the Whole for consideration as soon as practicable.
Communicated to the Senate is the request seeking approval of appointments for the Federal Character Commission. Senate, in line with its resolution of last week, has set up a 12-man ad hoc committee tasked with coming up with a position paper containing facts and statistics to be shared with the executive arm of government on current discussion at the U.S. Congress regarding alleged persecution of Christian faithful in Nigeria.
That will form a major reaction of the approach of the legislature in Nigeria towards the ongoing discussions in America.
In another resolution, Senate has urged authorities to facilitate the safe return of Nigerians languishing in detention camps in Libya.
Credible bodies have documented consistent reports of arbitrary detention, torture, rape, forced labor, and killings of migrants in Libyan detention centers. What are you to expect? In spite of all the effort of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Commission on Diaspora, they have paraded young men and women who are being brutalized, dehumanized in Libya, and yet, some Nigerians will still take advantage to go there. What are they looking for?
Should urge the National Orientation Agency to commence immediate sensitization of all Nigerians on the dangers of emigrating to countries that are war-torn.
Meanwhile, the APC today secured a two-thirds majority in the Senate following the defection of Senator representing Bauchi North, Samaila Kaila Dahua, from the PDP to the ruling party. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the House of Representatives says it is determined to find a middle ground in the industrial dispute between the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU. At Tuesday's plenary, the House tasked and had a committee led by Speaker Abbas Tajuddin to wade into the impasse and find a lasting solution, as well as facilitate suspension of the two-week strike declared by ASU. National Assembly correspondent Mitari Ikmen reports.
Lawmakers are concerned that ASU's two-week warning strike could snowball into a bigger crisis that will deepen the frustrations of students, parents and lecturers. They warn that time is of the essence to broker a deal between the federal government and ASU.
The House urged both parties to exercise restraint, embrace constructive dialogue, and prioritize the interests of students and national development above all other considerations.
Meanwhile, the House resolved to investigate a petition brought against the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board over age restriction policy.
For enforcing an illegal and arbitrary admission age restriction policy in contempt of the judgments of two superior courts of records, in disregard for the fundamental rights of affected candidates, and a resolution of the House of Representatives.
To expand maritime infrastructure and boost the blue economy in line with the renewed hope agenda of the federal government, lawmakers advocate more deep-sea ports.
Urge the federal government, through Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy and other relevant agencies, to initiate a collaborative framework with the government of Akwa Ibom State for the establishment and realization of the Ibom deep-sea ports that could attract investment worth over $5.6 billion US.
Following renewed bandit attacks in parts of Sokoto State, the House called for intensified military onslaught.
Urge the Nigerian Armed Forces to immediately reinforce deployment and enhance joint operations in Kuchi area of Kebe Tambuwal local government to secure lives, property.
Governor Uba Sani of Kaduna State was in plenary to witness the formal defection of 3 lawmakers from his state who left the PDP for APC. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikben, NTA News.
Let's shift attention to health matters. The presidential initiative on unlocking healthcare value chain has warned against the importation of banned products in the health sector. At the end of a 3-day stakeholders workshop on enhancing local manufacturing and supply chain for malaria health commodities, the national coordinator of PVAC, Dr. Abdul Mukhtar, emphasized the need to make local manufacturers more competitive rather than impose restrictive measures. Resolutions highlighted dependency on imports leading to high costs, supply chain vulnerabilities, and inconsistent availability of critical health care products. Discussions covered the executive order on rapid diagnostic tests and active pharmaceutical ingredient manufacturing. The workshop reaffirmed the importance of the Nigeria First policy and the President's commitment to supporting local manufacturers. Meanwhile, Chairman of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, Brigadier General Mohamed Buba Marwa urges the international community to stand together to dismantle criminal drug networks that threaten peace and stability of nations. Addressing the 80th United Nations General Assembly plenary session of the Third Committee in New York, USA, he said the world can no longer be held hostage by illicit drug trade. Nigeria says prioritizes international cooperation and intelligence sharing in curtailing illicit drug activities. While highlighting Nigeria's successes in the fight against substance abuse and trafficking, he expressed the country's resolution through its anti-narcotic agency, the NDLEA, to join forces with Committee of Nations to dismantle criminal drug networks. Now, global elites gathered for the highly anticipated unveiling of Angelo Galasso's exclusive collection, marking the Italian luxury brand's debut in Africa. This was held at Del Borough, Lagos, known for hosting A-list celebrities like Prince Harry and Meghan, as well as over 27 and former presidents of nations.
Del Borough, Lagos, Africa's premier luxury destination, recently played host to an unforgettable evening as Italian luxury fashion house Angelo Galasso unveiled its exclusive collection in Nigeria. For the first time in Africa, the renowned brand brought its high-end menswear to the continent, drawing in global elites and cementing the Del Borough, Lagos's reputation as a hub for luxury and sophistication. The audience was mesmerized by the brand's latest creation, showcasing refined, high-end menswear that embodied the philosophy of evolving tradition. Each piece was a masterful blend of classic tailoring and modern sophistication, reflecting Angelo Galasso's dedication to craftsmanship and style. The Del Borough, Lagos state-of-the-art facilities and exceptional service made it the perfect settings for this high-end fashion event. As the luxury landscape continues to evolve, the Del Borough, Lagos remains the forefront, hosting events that bring together the world's elites.
And for more reports from Lagos, on the network news, let's join Hingino in Lagos. Hingino.
And welcome to Lagos. The leadership of Zenith Bank PLC says the bank is the most profitable bank, with prices of its stock indicating a double increase during the recapitalization exercise from 36 naira 50 kobo to over 68 naira per unit share. This was stated by the hierarchy of the bank, led by its founder Jim Ovia and group managing director Adora Umeoji, during the closing gong ceremony commemorating the completion of its capital raising exercise on the floor of the Nigerian Exchange Group Limited. Amaka O reports.
The sound of the gong rang by the Jim Ovia signaled the end of the successful capital raising exercise. The recapitalization process embarked upon by the financial institution, the group managing director of the bank, Adora Umoji, says shows investors' confidence in the bank and has earned the bank surplus in profit, with proceeds from the capital raised deployed to opening new branches in Paris, Cote d'Ivoire and 8 other African francophone countries.
The NGS Invex platform has really been big tool used to play a pivotal role in the success of the recent recapitalization exercise, which achieved 160% subscription by Zenith Bank. And I'm happy to announce that the half-year results of this year, 2025, that Zenith is the most profitable bank in Nigeria.
For the chairman, Nigerian Exchange Group Limited, and the chief executive officer of the Securities and Exchange Commission, both applauded Zenith Bank PLC for the impressive success of promising to strengthen collaborations. The NGX, they say, recorded a significant increase in shareholders' base in the last 2 years, from 100,000 shareholders to over 1 million shareholders, while urging more companies to get listed on the exchange.
We thank those that are listed, those that are not listed, please come and join so that we can share the not only success story but the wealth of this country.
At assumption of office, market capitalization was 55 trillion. Today, it's roving around 89 and 93 trillion.
Zenith Bank PLC boasts of over 700,000 shareholders since it got listed on the Nigerian Exchange Group Limited, and it remains an investor's delight, as an investment in the bank is an investment in value. In Lagos, Amaka O, NTA News.
Still staying with the banking sector, the First City Monument Bank Group PLC has launched a public offer of 160 billion naira with 10 naira per unit share to raise funds as part of efforts to recapitalize its banking subsidiary. The Group Chief Executive Officer, First City Monument Bank Group, Ladi Balogun, says the public offer is to enable the FCMB Group to retain its international license and, in collaboration with Nigerian Stock Exchange Group Limited, contribute to economic growth of the nation. Amaka O again reports that this was stated during a recent press briefing at the Nigerian Exchange Group Limited.
Highlighting the critical role of financial institutions to the growth of the Nigerian Exchange Group, the Chief Executive Officer of the NGX, Jude Chiemeka, acknowledged the contributions of financial institutions such as First City Monument Bank Group, the FCMB, listed on the NGX since June 2013. Among other financial institutions that have contributed 75% of stocks traded on the NGX, with over 7.6 trillion worth of securities, and has paid over 67 billion naira as dividends to investors.
FCMB has demonstrated resilience, innovation, and sound corporate governance. The financial services sector remains a key pillar of the Nigerian economy.
The Group Chief Executive Officer of the First City Monument Bank Group, Ladi Balogun, while commending efforts of the government in revitalizing the economy, highlighted areas of growth across subsidiaries with the expansion of international footprints in the next 5 years.
We raise this money, we'll finish on November the 6th, we'll move fast to do a rapid capital verification. We expect by very early Q1, those funds will be in our balance sheet. We will pay down fixed deposits to make sure that the exchange rate stays strong. We expect that this money we're raising will be delivering about 30% incremental return. Capitalization is generally a very good thing for the industry.
The FCMB stocks are said to be one of the cheapest stocks available to investors, with steady growth of return on equity.
There are several elements of value creation that make the issuer quite confident of actually even surpassing the growth trend that has been achieved already.
The FCMB prides itself as a resilient group of companies leveraging technology, while noting that the FCMB capital market remains first among other issuing houses across the country. In Lagos, Amaka O, NTA News.
That's it from here. Network News will be back after this break.
Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to
the only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the Federal Government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness. Eat healthy to live longer. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
When malaria knocks you down, you can be sure parasites are having a party in your system.
Welcome to our new kingdom, guys!
Comel, an effective weapon against malaria.
Comel!
Attacking the parasite army directly to give you express relief and get you back on your feet effectively. Comel on. Malaria gone.
In this fast-paced world, where the unpredictable happens, you need to protect your world. You need better protection for your assets. Linkage Assurance PLC is now bigger, bolder, and better to offer tailor-made insurance products with prompt claim settlements and enhanced customer satisfaction. No matter the insurance policy, come over to Linkage Assurance PLC today and be rest assured we've got your world fully protected. Visit www.linkageassuranceplc.com. Linkage Assurance PLC. Protection that counts.
In today's fast-paced world, staying ahead demands peak performance from our bodies.
Like never before, our bodies need an optimum supply of essential nutrients, and Supermalt supports our daily nutritional needs.
Supermalt has 20 essential vitamins, minerals, and natural extracts for overall health and wellness. One Supermalt a day gives you energy and vitality, improves your mental performance, and supports your immunity.
My morning ritual starts here, surrounded by Life-Made furniture. From my wardrobe to my bed, Life-Made Furniture's whole house customization designs every piece to perfection. I love that in Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, Ibadan, and Kano, there's Life-Made Furniture.
For a whole house customization and furniture projects, call 081 2000 6000 or visit elifemade.com. Life-Made, your life made forever.
The world needs moms. With a splash of Golden Terra oil, a mom can transform a frown into a smile, change no thanks into yes please, resolve family feuds without blowing a whistle, providing tasty family meals. Where there are moms, there is love. Golden Terra oil, pure love.
No buy am. But why? No see say this big bull bag of rice no get the new big bull holographic seal. Not true.
Introducing the Big Bull holographic seal tape, your favorite authentic Big Bull rice, 50 kg and 25 kg. Now with holographic seal tape. This is to ensure product from Big Bull Rice. Do not buy if the holographic seal tape is not on the bag or is broken. Big Bull Rice. Tasty rice nourished you.
What wakes you up in the morning? Is it the sunrise? Is it the alarm? No. It's your dream that wakes you every day. It's what drives you like a powerful engine. That's why you start strong every day with the rich, creamy taste of Nescafe 3-in-1, carefully crafted from selected coffee beans. You're on your hustle, and you won't stop until you succeed. Start strong. Finish strong.
Good, tasty food is worth living for. Worried about your oil every time you enjoy your favorite meal? Introducing Smart Balance. Smart Balance rice bran oil is rich in gamma-oryzanol. Several studies suggest that gamma-oryzanol may contribute to the reduction of bad cholesterol. Golden Terra Smart Balance oil. Good food, no worries.
Nivea Black and White Deodorant, now with 72-hour protection. But what does that mean? 3 cities in 3 days and no fear of sweat and odor. 120 dances with skin as smooth as the moves. Sweat, stain and odor protection. Nivea Black and White Deodorant. Skin is for embracing life. Nivea is for skin.
You're still watching the network news on NTA, and it's time to talk business, and our busy businessman is ready. Benny?
Thank you, Elizabeth. Now, the Securities and Exchange Commission's Expert Committee on Curriculum Review has designed a basic course in capital market studies to be taken by all first-year students across Nigerian universities. Chairman of the committee, Professor Uche Uwalike, says the initiative is inspired by the recognition that awareness and understanding of the capital market remain relatively low, especially among young Nigerians. And by introducing the new course, the SEC aims to promote early exposure, foster capital market literacy, and ultimately deepen financial inclusion.
To the National Universities Commission, we express our deep appreciation for their foresight in introducing the Securities and Investment Management Program into the Nigerian university system. This initiative has created a vital platform for nurturing a new generation of capital market professionals and investors. We, however, feel that the NUC gives due consideration to the committee's recommendation, particularly those relating to the inclusion of emerging topics.
Today we are formally recognizing policy harmonization and curriculum design. Indeed, we are placing ourselves in a position to shape the mindset of future generations by making available the core tools that can power informed decision making and contribute meaningfully to our development as a nation.
Now, still talking about the capital market, the Nigerian equities ended its 11-day bullish run as market closed flat, with investors losing 3.98 billion naira. And looking at the numbers from Nigeria to South Africa, the JC Top 40 as well as the Tunisia Tune Index, they are all in red. What an opportunity for new investments in beers across the continent. Think about it as you keep doing business. This is it on Business at this time. Elizabeth, you can take it from here. Elizabeth, you can take it from here.
Thank you so much, Benny. Yeah. Still on economic matters, in April, the United States of America announced sweeping tariffs 6 months on. The International Monetary Fund says the good news is the impact of the tariffs has so far been smaller than initially feared. Moplang Dakok from Washington, D.C. reports that the IMF projects global growth at 3.2% this year and 3.1% in 2026, showing a cumulative downgrade of 0.2 percentage points from its forecast 1 year ago.
Clearer bilateral and multilateral trade agreements and lower tariffs can help boost output in the near term. Second, AI has the potential to increase productivity. Improved domestic policies will also go a long way to help improve resilience, reduce macroeconomic risks, and help resolve global imbalances.
For Africa, the fund commended ongoing reforms and efforts to sustain macroeconomic stability in Nigeria and Ethiopia, but emphasized that structural reforms and stronger policy coordination are needed to unlock the region's full growth potential.
For sub-Saharan Africa, we had growth upgraded, actually. Growth projections for 2025 are up by 0.2 percentage point, and same goes for growth in 2026. So we have 4.1 projected this year and 4.4 next year. And this resilience of the region has been supported by macroeconomic stabilization as well as reform efforts that's been going on.
The IMF further urges all countries to invest more in the future to boost productivity and long-term economic resilience. And the review of Nigeria's revenue mobilization allocation formula is designed to recalibrate resource sharing and empower subnational governments to effectively meet their constitutional obligations. Olayin Kauja reports that the initiative by the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission seeks to establish a framework that reflects today's realities.
The issue of revenue allocation has always occupied a central place in Nigeria's political and economic evolution. This underscores the need for continuous conversations on reviewing the country's allocation formula.
This engagement will not only enrich the ongoing technical work, but also strengthen national consensus on what constitutes fairness, balance, and sustainability in our fiscal arrangements.
Hinged on three core values: constitutional and legal perspective, economic and fiscal reality, and governance, panelists at the forum stimulated informed dialogue on how best to restructure the revenue sharing system to reflect current economic realities.
The state government and the local government also have a responsibility to also manage security, so that when we're doing that, the state as government should also be taken to constitution. We just deferred on it.
We are putting in place a plan that we believe will help us achieve a $1 trillion economy by the year 2030. Equally, Mr. President and the National Economic Council have approved a renewed world development plan.
A country cannot make the tremendous growth and leaps that we require with such acts that are not reviewed over such a long time that speak to the core aspect of what governance and government is all about.
ongoing review represents a major milestone in Nigeria's collective march towards a true fiscal federation. Olayinka Ojo, NTA News.
To security matters, Nigeria must look inward to develop strategies and strengthen its military-industrial complex. This is to effectively tackle contemporary security challenges. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa reports that the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, stated this in a message at the Defense Research and Development Bureau Annual Seminar and Exhibition 2025 in Abuja.
An airboat prototype equipped with 800 horsepower engine and a maximum speed of 100 kilometers per hour, produced by the Defense Research and Development Bureau in partnership with the private firm. The airboat is designed to overcome the challenges associated with accessing the shallow waters of the Lake Chad Basin, as well as the swampy and marshy creeks of the Niger Delta, often exploited by criminal elements. The Defense Research Development Bureau, established in 2017, seeks to promote the nation's military-industrial complex to enhance ongoing internal security operations.
As we continue to build homegrown technology, there must be homegrown acceptance of this technology.
The 2025 Defense Research and Development Bureau Seminar and Exhibition aims to promote indigenous defense innovations in science and technology and strengthen collaboration with the private sector to enhance domestic production.
Most of our research activities at the Bureau are driven by the contemporary security environment and the needs of the armed forces.
The challenge we face are a Nigerian challenge, and it takes all of us hands on deck in solving the solution.
Major threats are domestic. It implies that the solution must be homegrown or readily adaptable.
The seminar focuses on encouraging local production of military hardware through research and innovation to boost national security. In Abuja, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
Let's take another break, and when we return, sports update with Bade Adeleye.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste. Progress no dey happen just like that. It dey come from support when you need am.
Mommy, I got the school fees. You too much.
Na money point o.
Money point, thank you.
Customer, na transfer abi? Confirm.
No, na transfer.
Na money point o da. Oh, na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind when you know say payment go land as sure banker. Progress na small wind where they carry person go far.
No worry, yourself go make am. No go Bible.
Victor, even you they use money point?
Of course now, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money point, made for your progress.
Imagine lovely meals you can cook with these ingredients. You spend heavily, but no guarantee of a tasty meal. Not making a right choice of seasoning cube can ruin your meal, money, and confidence. For a tasty meal, do not compromise. Choose Gold.
Use Terra Gold for the rich, consistent taste your loved ones crave for. Good for soups, stews, and jollof. Gold. One cube, endless possibilities.
My mama no lie, oh. Food waste with na money kill and plus everything combined, oh. Everything combined, oh. Oh, boga just the arrive, oh. She tell me say na devil king, so yeah, all she get is fire, oh. Yeah. Now why the jollof it dey sweet like this? The chicken it dey crisp like this. Fry the plantain.
Introducing the new Devon King's soya vegetable oil, available in stores near you.
My skin is my identity, my strength. It's unique and deserves care made specially for me. New Nivea Radiance and Beauty Advanced Care with 5 oils and 5 vitamins. 48-hour nourishment. Helps reduce appearance of stretch marks in just 2 weeks. New Nivea Radiance and Beauty Advanced Care for your shade of beautiful.
What food did you eat?
Guys, food is ready.
Advancing national development and growth in Nigeria as experts deliberate on the prospects of achieving $1 trillion economy by 2030. NTA Tuesday Live comes up tonight, 14th October 2025 at 10:30 p.m. Tuesday Live, educative and incisive as ever. Don't miss it.
Let's talk sports tonight, as Nigeria Super Eagles earlier this evening missed out on automatic qualification to the 2026 FIFA World Cup despite recording a 4-0 win over Benin Republic in their last group game in Uyo. Victor Osimhen netted a hat-trick with Frank Onyeka getting the 4th goal as Nigeria ended their group campaign on a high. South Africa will beat Rwanda 3-0 in the other group game, qualified as the group leaders, while Nigeria will have to fight for a ticket to the World Cup through the playoffs after only amassing 17 points against South Africa's 18.
We would have long qualified 2 games to spare if we had been playing like this from the beginning. A good showing from the Super Eagles player. I must commend the resilience of Osimhen, his doggedness, and he has shown a resolve that he wants to be at the World Cup.
Right now that the Super Eagles have qualified for the playoffs, let's let you know that they'll be joined by Cameroon and of course Gabon. With the 4th team, we're waiting to know them now, and it could be DR Congo. And how it's going to happen, just like you can see on the screen, the Super Eagles immediately, they avoid, Cameroon, but, they might play Gabon. And of course, Cameroon will be facing their, of course, the playoff tournament will be in November, from November 13 to 16. But mind you, it doesn't mean they qualify automatically. They go for an intercontinental playoff. And of course, President Bola Tinubu has also congratulated the Super Eagles for the victory. And of course, he told them to continue to keep the hope alive for the country as they bid to qualify for the FIFA World Cup in the year 2026. That does it on Sports Tonight. It's back to Elizabeth.
Thank you so much, Buddy. And that concludes the news at this time. Thank you so much for your time. I'm Elizabeth Omori.